Hey, what's going on, guys? So, She-Hulk comes out August 18th, and while we may not know everything, there are a couple of things that we could perceive just from the trailer alone. So here's a couple of things that we can expect to see in watching this series.
People like you.
So let's start this off by acknowledging the return of Hulk's arm.
Bruce!
If you remember, during Endgame, Hulk undid the snap that was done by Thanos, and in doing that, he also kind of melted his arm. Well, it seems that in this series, his arm has actually been restored. How it's restored, I'm unsure, because normally Hulk does have regenerative abilities, but they did not kick in this case. So we thought his arm was lost. Even during the fight, his arm was in a sling, and in some portions, his arm has continued to be in a sling. In this case now, his arm seems to have been fully restored. How it comes back, I'm not sure, but I'm sure they will touch on this later on. Number 2, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of this, breaking the fourth wall. While some do believe that this is particularly something that is specific to Deadpool, it should be noted that She-Hulk has been doing this all since the 90s. She's been breaking the fourth wall way before Deadpool was even a thing, way before Deadpool even made its brand. So therefore, this breaking the fourth wall, I'm sure they're going to continue in this manner. You'll see a lot of this throughout the entirety. You saw some of this during the trailer, and you'll see a lot more of this in the entirety of the series. Number 3, and one I'm particularly looking forward to, the return of Abomination. Now, during the 2008 movie The Incredible Hulk, starring Ed Norton, not starring Mark Ruffalo, we got to see the villain, the Abomination, and his creation of how he acquired said power so that he could rival the Hulk and keep up with him in terms of strength, in terms of speed. Although he was ultimately defeated, he was not killed. We saw him make a bit of a resurgence in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, from the looks of things, it seems as if Tim Roth, who's reprising this role, might be a client of She-Hulk. So if they do take that route, I find that would be very interesting if they go that direction. Number 4, and this is a group I never even heard of until I actually watched Ms. Marvel. This is the Department of Damage Control. Now, apparently, this group has been around for some time, so I am very interested to learn more about them.
Stark Industries was caught in the web of the Spider-Man Mysterio controversy today when federal agents opened an investigation into missing.
Now, from what it looks like, this department has been making their way around since Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home, and of course, the one I just mentioned, Ms. Marvel. Now, I particularly am very interested in seeing the responsibilities of this group and how they enforce laws. Now, it can be said that they're responsible for controlling and arresting superpowered individuals. So I'm wondering now if not just Ms. Marvel, but also She-Hulk will also be a segue into introducing the X-Men. And then, of course, number 5, another thing that we could all look forward to, quite possibly the most famous MCU lawyer, the return of Daredevil.
How did you just do that? I'm a really good lawyer.
Seeing as the title of this show is She-Hulk Attorney at Law, it would only make the most sense that we have the most famous lawyer in this show, since he also is getting another spin-off and continued episodes. Matt Murdock, played by Charlie Cox, who's also referred to aka as the Daredevil, right? They've already confirmed this show. It will be one of the longest running. If they do end up representing the Abomination, it will be interesting to see what kind of path they decide to take in terms of having a Gamma-based supervillain taking the stand and only hoping that he doesn't transform and do something. Who knows? Maybe they might have the whole department there, S.H.I.E.L.D. and everyone else, just to make sure he doesn't get quite out of hand. Those are a couple of things that we can expect to see in this up-and-coming show. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, but I guess we'll all just have to wait and see with bated breath what it is that they deliver on. Sure, we're going to see a lot of breaking of the fourth wall, and hopefully this show seems to deliver on all fronts. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Mark Ruffalo to determine how it is that his arm came back to normal. and also just see exactly what path the MCU is really on. Gotta just wait and see for the most part anyway. Alright guys, that's all I got for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you again for the next one. See ya.